me into the orbit to understand the galaxy. O Lord, give me the mythical asceticism to understand the cluster of multi-dimensional orbits towards the center of the universe. O Lord, give me the signs of the living and the non-living, of the moving and the non-moving towards the center of the earth. O Lord, push me into yoga to understand the eternal bliss on the body, mind and the soul far away in the galaxy and close towards the center of the earth.
Isaac Newton is an English scientist, mathematician, philosopher and physicist. He lived between 1642 and 1727. He is famous for his work on laws of motion, optics, gravity and calculus. He established a relation between one event and the second event. The first event is the cause and the second event is the effect. Thus Newton is blessed with the causation of causality in the causal nexus.
Newton explained that planets stayed circling in its multi-directional orbit because the sun exerted a force of attraction towards other circling planets, and each circling planet exerted force of attraction towards other circling planets, all in its own fixed multi-directional orbits. Thus Newton explained planetary science in his causal nexus.
Was reading a book under an apple tree when an apple fell on his head, and he explained that the apple exerted force of 1 Newton, which he said is the measure of the apple's weight. This led to his calculations of gravity, and it ended in his theory of universal gravitation. Newton calculated the force needed to keep the moon circling around the earth in its multi-directional orbit, and the earth circling around the sun in a fixed multi-directional orbit, while his own body and the mind exerted a force of attraction towards the center of his earth. Analogy, the gravitational force exerts gravitational influence on Newton, on his body, on his brain, on his heart, on his glands and on his blood vessels, but not on his soul, because the soul in Newton was reverberating in the multi-directional eternal fixed orbit that is fixed in the galaxy, far away from the earth. The eternal orbit is unconcerned of his body and his findings. thus I say that Newton is merely the ascetic yogi in the mythical orbit. And this stands so in the eternal multi-directional orbit. Is the divine call from the reverberating sound in the orbit. The orbit that never changes. Yoga is the eternal bliss far away in the galaxy and close to the center of the earth. In yoga, the center of gravity keeps shifting inside the body. The force of gravity keeps shifting from one place to another place in the body. The gravitational force energizing the nerves, and the nerve signals energizing the heart, the glands, and every cell, and in every working part of the body. These are the sounds or the syllable that reverberates away from the center of the earth towards the eternal multi-dimensional orbit. These sounds, if uttered from the lower abdomen or from the diaphragm, with a vision in the center of the forehead, definitely alters the brain signals to every cell in the human body towards the longevity of the body and the mind. That is Pachari Yoga International Trust. I perform yoga posture to follow this ascetic yogi in the mythical orbit that is fixed in multi-directional movement, to follow and understand the disease prevent syndrome and the cell regenerate syndrome of the living body in shifting the center of gravity within the body itself.